Okay, hopefully this is finally working like I want it to. If not, well, I'm sure someone will be yelling at me shortly. I mean, please, by all means,
Why are we going
yell
up
at
the
me
stairs
shortly.
when we've gone out that way? I'm confused. Yeah, this is... Why are we going up?
Okay. Well, this is the start of Mission 1 at Penn State. It was a fun weekend. It was an interesting weekend, but like most HvZ, it's really hard
they're crossing over.
to not
that
enjoy it.
Sense. Okay.
So,
That makes more sense.
we may have chosen to exit out of the next door building, which didn't really do anything in our case, but, you know, it was silly. Now just waiting for anyone to show up, see if I actually get some feedback to say whether I can be heard. Anybody there? Okay, well I can hear myself now that I've got my phone working, so... Okay. Well. Let me go back to the correct part of the stream real quick. So I'm looking at the actual OBS output instead of what YouTube's showing. So, this was Mission 1.
Check your corners! Check your corners!
And Mission 1 was going to be socks only. Or throwables, because, you know, me and other Brian were carrying around Easter baskets full of plush marshmallow peeps. Anyway, it was supposed to be throwables only, 5-second zombie respawn timers. If you've played any large amount of HvZ, you should know that 5 seconds is like the dead giveaway that bad things are about to happen. Because especially when it's only throwables. I mean, technically you can restun the zombies while they're standing there counting, but there's only so many socks you can have, and 98% of people aren't going to be sock ninjas that can just repeatedly do shenanigans on end with socks or whatever throwables you have on you. So, in that case, it's just a recipe for disaster. I would personally argue that even with our full loadouts, that 5 seconds would be far too small, especially because this is Penn State, where we have meat shielding and, you know, respawn distances basically don't matter. So it just ends badly for most people. But in any case, at least as far as the mission was progressing, our goal was to secure 3 bags of coins, I believe. It was something along that line. But 3 bags of coins that would be then taken to a secondary area to have a hold at the, you know, quote-unquote shop, and to be able to secure things. Like, basically it was the plot device to allow us to use our blasters that we brought with us. Let's just put it that way. The fact that I mentioned hold when there is a 5-second thing respawn timer should also be a dead giveaway that bad things are going to happen. I did not manage to actually get that far. I still remained human, but everyone got so split up that I never got to that official part of the mission. But, you know, when it's 5-second respawns and meat shielding and, you know, respawn distances basically don't matter, holds are basically impossible. Another thing that might have been overlooked. But anyway, here we finally get to the start of the zombie infested area on the west side of campus. We're supposed to grab one of the bags, and first we have to figure out where exactly the bag is. So, you know, we go this way. Oh, look, almost all the zombies are over here. You know, in all reality, that's the smart move for them to do, because if you want to, you know, if you're going ahead and splitting up the humans 3 ways, just throw all your zombies on one of the groups and use that to, you know, get numbers. So in that sense, it was a good move on the part of the zombies, you know, zombie mod, so on and so forth. But you see the trouble we're having already of, you know, you hit someone, and you can see the toss that I just made, that I am not going to be a sock ninja anytime soon. Although it was quite hilarious throwing peeps at everyone. But, yeah. In all reality, the way we could have handled this was just dropped a person on each zombie, just had them stand there, you know, just keep hitting them over and over and over. But in my mind, that kind of goes into the thing of don't be a dick. Rule number 1. And as much as it would be within the rules as laid out to us for us to just park a human on each zombie and completely incapacitate them, that it just doesn't feel right. I mean, if they, for some weird reason, do 5-second spawn timers next year, then absolutely, yes, I would have absolutely no qualms going ahead and doing that as part of the plan, because, you know, if you're going to start off with something stupid, I think it would be fine to use the rules as laid out to also do something stupid. But, you know, I'm pretty sure it won't get to that point, because lessons learned for everybody. So, this courtyard, it has, we figured out where the bag was. It was in the middle of that courtyard, but with, you know, a special right on top of it. And offhand, I don't actually remember what the special did. There were a couple different kinds of specials, but, you know, we already had a ton of zombies tailing us with, you know, essentially no respawn timer to it whatsoever. So we were just trying to figure out a way to get back in and work our way around. And you know what? I should actually check the live stream to see if anyone's actually watching or anything. Okay. So we go through one of the tunnel ways, with zombies chasing us naturally, trying to figure out a way back in, because no matter what, this west courtyard is just full of bottlenecks and stairs and pathways that just aren't good for humans. So no matter what pathway you go into, you're going to end up having a bad time. Let's just put it that way. So here we are. Almost all the Ohio people actually ended up being in the same group here. Working our way, went out the top entrance, the north side of that courtyard, going around to northeast side to the, and then to the east entrance to, you know, just try to figure out a way back. And, you know, we have zombies chasing us the whole time. And we are losing people the whole time. And I should also emphasize that, because, you know, socks only, zombies are gonna run as fast as they want to, and humans, not all humans play to run fast. Hashtag go slow taco.
You gotta move, you have to move now.
So a few of us here try to break out to try to find a good way to make something happen, and that really just doesn't happen. This was a stressful mission. Admittedly, that's having it being a stressful mission is the best kind of thing for HvZ, because you're going to be doing something the whole time. And it was very good as far as paranoia was concerned, but, you know, it just didn't feel like half the missions you could actually accomplish. Throw peep and miss. Yeah, there's a reason I keep socks as backup instead of my primary HvZ tool. So we make our way down this way and decide to go through one of the passages to try to get back towards our objective. Not too much success, but you know, that's just the way it is sometimes. Figure out that entranceway is basically blocked off, so we try to figure out another way around. Okay.
Thank you.
He only turned around because I threw something right past him. It's like the mouth didn't think, the arm did. And I believe that's where Thomas died, which was sad, but you know, it happens. And this just turned into a giant game of where the hell do we get back to the objective, and we just couldn't get back in without a lot of extra people, so we kind of just wandered around and got back to the main area, and I think he caught the peep. I didn't remember that. Another peep.
We're getting overrun west side right now.
Okay, yeah, we try to work our way around, but end up deciding that we just don't have enough people to successfully take the objective, so they've called on radio to the other groups to say, hey, we need help, and we're just trying to live that long until we can get back to backup. Yeah, get back to backup. So yeah, this is the part where I actually, you know, stand there and do the thing I talked about earlier of hitting the zombie repeatedly to keep them down, because, you know, getting people past them. In reality, we probably could have done that to a bunch of them, but, you know, when you're all going as a human group, crap, run away, that's not the first thing that comes to mind. Admittedly, it's also not the first thing that comes to mind when you're used to playing more Midwest style HvZ as opposed to Northeast, because the like short respawn and, depending on school, resetting the respawn time is definitely more of a New York style game. I know New Paltz does that a lot.
No, we don't.
For their games. Of course, New Paltz also has slightly different rules concerning meat shielding that I like better than Penn State's, but, you know, each place has its own flavor and you just have to get used to it. Okay, let's see. Where are we now? Yes, saved a person. We got back to the main street, you know, passing all the lovely people doing tour groups and stuff. Just have a bunch of people with socks and plushies running past you, with more people in headbands running after you. So this is where we try to run back to Old Main to try to meet up with some of the other groups, while still, you know, trying to keep a cohesive amoeba in place so that we don't spread ourselves too thin and just get overwhelmed. And,
because we don't,
well, stuff will get worse. Let's just put it that way. Stuff will get worse. Okay, and I believe that's actually the end of the first half. If you'll excuse me for a second while I do that. Okay, why can't I get this to work? That is interesting. Oh, hey Josh. Okay. Ah, it's really not liking what I'm doing, is it? This is where you can tell I have a lack of experience doing stuff in OBS, because why isn't it working? It should be working. Everything's set up to work correctly. Why isn't it working? Properties. Yep, all that's correct. All that is correct. Do I have the file location wrong? That's also possible. Oh, that... I know what I did. I know what I did. Okay. Yes, remove that. Add media source. Add existing media source. Try that. Okay. Now we have it going again. Kind of. Or at least you can see a picture of what should be there. So, yes, anyway, while we're working this out... Okay! Yay! In that case, it was my computer failing to load everything. I now know why it was working like that. Okay, good. I can fix that for the rest of the stream. So, anyway, here we are going back to Old Main, and, you know, zombies chasing us with the ever-important thing in mind of, please, don't jump over the chain link fence, because inevitably people do that, and they get hurt, and play has to stop. Okay. This is also the part where I realize I really do need to get a new computer. But anyway, we get to here. We realize the zombies are occupied with another group, try to figure out how to do something, and then more zombies show up. And yeah, this is basically where everyone splits up and tries to figure out the best way to not die. So I ended up being with the group from Bowling Green, and we tried our best to live and then work our way back to see if there was any way we could possibly salvage the mission, which apparently someone managed to grab the bag, but that all happened before we got there. So, you know, we didn't know that, so we just work our way back towards the west end of campus, trying to hope, you know, please don't notice us. Please don't notice us. And also, you know, trying to avoid groups of zombies. And, oh, look, more zombies show up. Oh no, why is Cody a zombie? How dare he? And for a while, we actually had a group of zombies chasing us, and we were able to duck out for a little while. And, you know, met up with another group of humans that was stuck wandering around. And to be fair, I can stop this part right here, because as far as Mission 1 was concerned, that was basically the end of it. We you know, meet up with the other humans, wander around, and then work our way back. Encoding overloaded. Okay. Well.
This way. No, we're just moving the plane trying to live.
Consider turning down video settings. Well, that explains a lot. Okay.
5 seconds. Wait, too short. Yeah.
And then we had one of our friendly zombies that was just chatting with us while we were going along, because he too was like, this crap sucks. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop this for a second and then start it back up with Mission 2 while I fix a couple settings, but I will be back shortly.